The movie begins in the year 2051, where a group of soldiers is seen falling from the sky, one of them being Daniel. They all land in the water, and as they come out of water, we see that they have guns in there, and the world is engulfed in a state of war. From here, the narrative shifts to a flashback. The story takes us back 28 years, to the year 2022. Daniel is shown living with his wife and daughter. He works as a biologist, but his job is not stable, so he takes up teaching. Daniel is excited about an upcoming interview for a position at an American research lab, but when he arrives, he receives a call informing him that he gets rejected on the basis of the forms he has submitted. This rejection makes him very angry. Later, while Daniel is watching a football match on television, a portal opens on the field, and a group of soldiers emerges, led by Lieutenant Hart. She informs everyone that in the year 2048, Earth was attacked by aliens known as the White Spikes. These aliens, first discovered in northern Russia, swiftly wiped out most of humanity by 2051. Lieutenant Hart requests their help, inviting them to join the fight in 2051 by traveling through the portal. Global nations send their soldiers through the portal to the future, where they are dispatched to fight the alien threat. The soldiers who are being sent from here to the year 2051. They are being sent for 7 days only. After 7 days, they will be called back and other soldiers will be sent. But within 7 days, they kill more than 70 people there. Now here, Daniel also receives a message in which he is called to the research center, and he is told that he, too, will be sent through the portal to the year 2051. He is fitted with a tracking device on his wrist and told that if he survives for 7 days, he will be brought back. Now Daniel had no choice. Daniel meets his wife, showing her the band on his wrist. She understands the gravity of the situation, knowing that once he travels, it will be difficult for him to return. She urges him to seek help from his father, as only he can remove the device. Daniel does not like his father, who left him and his mother when he was young. However, after some persuasion from his wife, Daniel reluctantly visits his father. An argument takes place between both of them, but in the end, Daniel storms off without having the device removed. He tells his wife that now I will have to go to war in the future. His wife is very sad about this. Daniel also says goodbye to his daughter and goes to the research center where he and many others are prepped for the mission. An officer gives them a presentation. Then a girl asks that when we have the power to time travel, then why don't we go to the year 1948 when the aliens came to our world and destroy them before they come to our world? Officer, explaining that they have the technology to travel in time, they are only able to travel in intervals of 30 years, from 2022 to 2051, or from 2021 to 2022. Now their training starts here. During the training, Robbie Hart comes here and she says that in the future year 2051, aliens have attacked our lab, which is a very important area for us. So now we have to go there. And after this, all of them are sent to the year 2051 through portal, and they are in the year 2051 when the portal malfunctions, due to which everyone starts falling from the sky, and from here, the story comes to the present. This is the same scene that was shown to us at the beginning of the story. After reaching 2051, Daniel is made the leader of everyone, and he is given the mission that he has to go to the lab where some of his comrades are and save them. But when Daniel reaches there, he sees that everyone there has been killed. Daniel informs the colonel about the situation, and she orders the hard drive to be retrieved at any cost. While attempting to escape, the group is ambushed by the aliens. A bomb is set to destroy the facility, and Daniel and his comrades barely manage to survive the explosion. Many soldiers are killed in the attack, but Daniel and a few others make it out alive. They wake up in a medical tent. Actually, only these 3 survive from the aliens. Their companion outside is coming here for the 3rd time, which means he has encountered the aliens thrice. Daniel asks him, "You have come here for the 3rd time. Are you not afraid of death? Don't you have any family?" He tells her that he has cancer and it is better to be martyred in the war rather than dying in the hospital. Later, the colonel reveals to Daniel that she is, in fact, his daughter. In the future, she rose to the rank of colonel, and despite the strained relationship, Daniel is overwhelmed with pride. He wants to embrace her, but she coldly reminds him that they are soldiers now, and that personal feelings have no place in the battlefield. The colonel then explains that their goal is to capture a female white spike, as she holds the secret to their reproduction and survival. Daniel, with Colonel and his team, are sent to track down the alien. When they finally find the queen, White Spikes, Colonel goes in field with soldiers tell Daniel to stay in helicopter. Along with her team, tries to catch that female alien and lock her in a cage. But then the other aliens come to know about it, and they all start running towards them. Daniel sees from above and comes down to save his daughter, but now they have already locked the female alien in a cage and take the cage out of there in a helicopter and take it away from here, and the aliens attack, the other helicopters present there, due to which all of them get destroyed. Daniel and the colonel sit in one of Army's cars. The colonel continuously fires at the aliens, and thus both of them escape from here and reach a beach. As they make their way to safety, Colonel sends message to headquarters. Daniel admits his love for his daughter, but the colonel reveals that she has no love for him. She tells him that in future he took divorce from his wife, how he abandoned her when she was young, and she was forced to grow up without him. The colonel's words cut Daniel deeply. But there is no time there. Helicopter is arrived. In the helicopter, they goes at a research facility where the alien White Spikes queen is kept captive. Colonel collects blood samples and discovers a toxin that can kill these aliens, but there are not enough resources to produce it on a large scale. The colonel tells her father, "You will have to go back to the year 2022 so that you can make a lot of medicine from the sample of this medicine. And after this, you come back with the medicine so that we can destroy the aliens." Both of them leave the lab. Then, the female alien regains consciousness and sends out a danger signal to her fellow aliens, summoning them all to the lab. They attack, injuring the colonel badly. Seeing his daughter in such a condition, Daniel becomes distraught and exclaims, "Now I will not go back to the past." But his daughter, in her weakened state, says, "You have to go. I trust you." She apologizes. "I was just angry with you. I love you. You have to go back and take the medicine and come back to this world at this time." An alien suddenly drags the colonel down with it. Overwhelmed, Daniel jumps to save his daughter, but the portal opens. It's time to return to 2022. Daniel is pulled through the portal, leaving him heartbroken because he couldn't save his daughter. Now in 2022, he carries the sample of the toxin given to him by his daughter. He hands it to Lieutenant Hart and says, "Make a lot of medicine from this sample. I must go back as soon as possible." Hart delivers devastating news. Even if you want to go now, you cannot go back because the time portal has been completely damaged. Saddened by this, Daniel returns home, where he hugs his young daughter tightly. He tells his wife, "Our daughter will live in the future. She will become a great colonel and create a toxin that will kill the aliens. The toxin that I brought from there into this world." Determined to save his daughter's future, Daniel meets his friend who had traveled with him to 2051. The friend has an alien claw around his neck, which they take to the lab. Analysis reveals that the aliens originated from lava raga, a type of rock formed during a volcanic eruption. A student of Daniel's, an expert on lava raga, explains, "In the year 1946, a lot of lava erupted in one place on Earth. The lava rock spread all around, but the area was soon covered with snow, trapping creatures under the ice. Due to global warming, the snow may melt, releasing these creatures to attack humans in the future." Daniel realizes, whatever this child is saying is absolutely correct. He explains his theory to the U.S. Defense Secretary, but it's rejected. Refusing to give up, he tells his father, "If I want to save my daughter, that is your granddaughter, we will have to go to that place and kill all those aliens." His father agrees, motivated by his love for his granddaughter. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Hart creates a large quantity of the toxin. With the team ready, they head to the frozen site. After blasting their way underground, they discover a crashed alien ship. The aliens brought bioweapons with them. White spikes. Most of the white spikes are in hibernation, but deploying the toxin kills several of them. However, the Queen White Spike awakens. This is the same queen that killed Daniel's daughter in 2051. She attacks the team, killing some members. Daniel's friend, battling cancer, says, "Go upstairs, I will blast the bomb here and kill everyone." Sacrificing himself, he detonates the bomb, killing many aliens. The queen survives and attacks Daniel, but his father distracts her, saying, "I'll handle her, son." Seizing the moment, Daniel injects the queen with the toxin, finally killing her. Realizing how much his father loves him, Daniel's resentment toward him vanishes. Together, they return home. Daniel embraces his wife and daughter, knowing he's changed the future. He reflects on his mistakes and vows to stay by his daughter's side. The aliens are destroyed, and in this new future, his daughter never has to fight the war. With this, the story of the Tommorow War ends. I hope you like this story. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.